Hello, welcome. My name is Mellisa, and I'm here from Confederation Park 55 Plus Center to share the practice of yoga with you today. I have personally been teaching for 5 years. Yoga transformed my life. Some of the benefits of yoga are finding more strength, opening up through the body. You'll feel more limber. It promotes mental well-being, physical well-being, emotional well-being. It saved my life, and I'm just really grateful to be here and share this practice with you. So thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Okay, welcome. So let's prepare to begin. To start, you're going to want a yoga mat laid out. Maybe if you have some blocks like this, or even some thicker ones, or folded towels, folded blankets, they work just the same. We're just going to start by sitting up. So placing those blocks or the block under your sit bones. So you're sitting up a little bit taller, so your sit bones are a little bit higher than your knees. And then I just invite you to close your eyes in this space, if that's comfortable for you. And start to allow yourself to withdraw from the external world, starting to come inside, move into the internal world. As first you start to feel and notice your sit bones grounded, connected down into the block, into the earth, grounding you to the earth, and then start to imagine the earth's energy moving up through the sit bones, traveling up along your spine, sitting up a little bit taller, relaxing your shoulders down, and it moves out the crown of your head. And in this space, I just invite you to scan through your body, scanning from the top of your head down to your feet, and your feet up to the top of your head. And as you scan, begin to tune in, begin to notice what you're feeling. Notice the sensations in your body. Notice without judging or analyzing or labeling. Begin to notice the mind and the movements of the mind as well. Notice how the thoughts will come, and another thought will come, and another thought will come. Observe that. I invite you to observe it all without judgment. As you come to your breath, feel the dry, cool air coming in through your nostrils on your inhale, and the warm, soft air as you gently exhale out. Starting to merge with your breath, starting to become one with your breath. Now begins the practice of yoga. Now begins the practice of establishing harmony between mind, body, and breath together as one. If your eyes are closed, you can gently open them, and we're going to start our practice lying down on our backs. So if you just move your blocks from under you, and come to lie down on your back here. I'm just going to adjust my mic. So when you come down onto your back, your knees can be bent, or your feet or your legs can be extended long, whatever works for you. Just take your time to settle yourself in. Feel your shoulders relaxing down. And once you feel really stable and settled now, start to connect with your breath. So just observing where you're feeling the rise and fall of your breath. Maybe placing one hand on your chest, maybe placing the opposite hand on your torso. And seeing if when you inhale, seeing if you can guide that breath all the way down into your torso. So that hand that's on your belly, that hand is expanding with your inhale. And relaxing in with your exhale. Start to let your inhale become deeper. We're going to start to work with a cleansing breath. So deep, deep inhale. And then your exhale is slower and longer. So you can feel your navel drawing in towards the spine, letting go of all the excess carbon dioxide in the body. And with your inhale, you fill yourself with air. Big, deep inhale. Slow, long exhale. Just take a few moments to sit with that breath, to observe that breath. And in that process of observing, notice if the mind carries you. And just gently guide the mind back to your breath over and over again. Good. Now from here, you can release your hands down. We're going to come into the body. We're going to start to open up the body gently from the top down to our feet. So we're going to start with the neck this morning. Breathing through your neck, just feeling the neck. Take a big, deep inhale. And as you exhale, roll the head over to the right side. Twisting to the right. And then with your inhale, you'll come back to center. And with your exhale, you'll twist to the left. Now, as you flow through this, go at your pace with your breath. I may be guiding you, but I really invite you to listen to the body and flow with the breath as you flow from side to side, leaning into those spaces in the neck where you feel a little bit of discomfort. Just loosening up the neck, bringing awareness into the neck, maybe into the tops of the shoulders, working with one more round at your pace with your breath. Good. And then coming back to center. Relaxing, softening, observing. Notice if you started to tense up any places in the chest, the shoulders, the arms, even the face. See if you can soften yourself. Let's work into our shoulders as we draw both your arms up towards the sky, grabbing on to opposite elbows. So this basket that we've created, it's right over the chest. It's not coming over the chin. Shoulder blades relaxing down into the ground. We take a big, deep inhale. And then as we exhale, we reach the basket to the right side, elbows engaged up towards the sky. With your inhale, you come back to center. And with your exhale, you reach over to the left. And you just flow with that. Inhaling always to center, exhaling, leaning into it on the right side, allowing yourself to really be the observer of what comes to the surface of the shoulders through this. Next time you come over to the left, I invite you to hold that and breathe through that. So if you're holding there on the left and you're not really feeling this stretch at all, see if you can engage your elbows out and away from your body a little bit more, but still over to the left side. And then connect with that deep breath. So that big, deep inhale, slow, long exhale. My teacher calls this a 2-to-1 breath, where you can count the length of your inhale and then double the count of your exhale. So if you want to count the breath, feel free. That'll help you focus and bring the mind to that more one-pointed mind. With your inhale, come back to center. And with your exhale, over to the right side, leaning to the right. And again, engaging the elbows out and away from your body. Breathing deeply into this, allowing that exhale just to flush through the shoulder blades. Releasing all that heaviness, all that stress. We carry stress in our shoulders. This is freeing us of stress physically in the body and in our lives. Inhale back to center. Exhale, bring the basket towards the forehead or beyond. Wherever you land is okay. Inhale, you come up towards the sky with that basket. And your exhale, you come down and back and flow at your pace with your breath. Maybe 1 or 2 more rounds like that, coming up and down. We ease into it without forcing the body into anything that it's not ready for. Next time you bring your basket back, hold that. Breathe deeply into that. Stay connected to your breath and really feel all the spaces that the breath is expanding, all the spaces that the breath is flowing inside as you inhale. And as you exhale, observe your navel drawing in towards your spine. With your next inhale, bring the basket up towards the sky. Extend your arms straight up. Form 2 fists with your hands and roll your wrist joints around in a circle. Just lubricating and freeing up the wrist joints. Switching directions. Coming back to neutral and lowering your arms down beside you. And just taking a moment of stillness to observe the results of that through the shoulders, the arms, the wrists. We'll move to the lower half of the body. So drawing your right knee up and in towards your chest. You're going to want to place both your hands either on your right shin or on the back of the leg, on the hamstring. Or if you have a strap at home, you can also place that strap under the leg to support you there. So in this, you want to make sure your right knee is in line with your right hip. Your right ankle is also in line. We take a big, deep inhale. Feel the shoulders relaxing down. And with your exhale, you just draw that right knee in. You just ease it in towards the chest. And just as much as you're drawing the right knee in, reach the left heel out and away from your body. And then once you've come into the pose, check in. Have you started to tense up your face or your neck or your shoulders? Can you soften yourself? And can you let all of your awareness and all of your attention rest in that right shoulder, or in the right hip joint? Feeling that stretch deeply through the right side. Now observe the sensations on the left side. Feel that gentle stretch at the top of your left thigh. A few more moments like this. And with your exhale, release that knee out. If your hands were on the shins, bring them to the back of the leg, onto the hamstring there, and interlace the hands to support. We're going to move into the knee joint. We're going to start to let the whole lower half of the leg move around in a circle. My teacher likes to tell me it's like imagining you have a pencil between your toes and you're drawing a circle on the wall behind you. Now notice that your ankle stays stationary with the whole lower half of the leg. And allow yourself to feel the sensations through that knee joint as you move around, switching directions. Now this is lubricating that knee joint, helping us prevent any injury. Good. And when you feel you've worked evenly in both directions, come to neutral, and then extend that leg straight up into the air. Bring your attention to your right ankle as you start to flex the toes to your face and the ceiling, just going back and forth there and working through that ankle joint. Maybe starting to draw circles in one direction and working into the opposite direction. And you come back to neutral and you just lower that leg down slowly. And you just take a moment of observation to observe the difference now between the left and the right side. Let's move into the left side. So bringing your left knee up and in. And like I said before, you can have your hands on the shin or even on the hamstring, whatever works for you. Finding that alignment, left knee with left hip, left ankle as well. Right leg extends long, right heel reaches out and away. Your shoulders relax. And with your exhale, you draw that knee in just until you feel that resistance. No need to go beyond the resistance. And then once you've found that space where you can't go any further, soften into it. So work really, really closely with the breath here. Focus on the breath as you hold this pose, just feeling the breath flowing deeply through your hip joint. Noticing with each breath the new sensations that arise. And with your exhale, release that out. Now place the hands on the back of the leg. Coming into your right knee, we're going to move the whole lower half of the leg around in a circle. Slowly, gently. I like to imagine that, or try to get this circle really fluid so there's no jerkiness or pauses or breaks in that. And just notice the sensations in that left knee. As you switch directions and you move gently around in the opposite direction, allow yourself to feel this sense of gratitude for the knee's ability to move like this, to bend, to be flexible for us. And we just come back to neutral as we extend that leg straight up. And we come into the ankle joint. And we start to flex and point the toes to the face and ceiling. Now just notice if the mind has carried you away. If it has, bring it back into your body. Bring it back to your ankle joint as you move around in a circle with that ankle. Really noticing what comes to the surface of that ankle, and you switch directions. And then you come back to neutral. And you lower your leg down. Just take a moment here to observe your whole body. We've worked from the top down, opening all the joints and glands. Observe the results of that. And then from here, I'll invite you to roll over onto your left side of the body. And then you'll come right up onto your hands and your knees. So when you come onto the hands and your knees, you want to make sure that your hands are spread wide apart. So the fingers, the knuckles are engaged down into the ground. You want to make sure that the weight is in the knuckles. So not all the weight is in your wrists. That will really support you here. And then your knees are right under your hips and your feet are hip width apart. If you're on a hard floor and if you want a blanket under your knees, please do that. Please get a blanket or a towel for under your knees. If you don't have one, sometimes I roll my mat up. So that's an option. And when you come into this pose now, I just invite you to relax your shoulders. Let your gaze be down between your hands and bring your attention into your spine. As you take a big, deep inhale, slow, long exhale, feel the spine relaxing down towards the ground. And then with your inhale now, draw your shoulders back, lift your chest, lift the crown of your head up towards the sky. And as you exhale, start to arch your spine like this black Halloween cat. So the the tailbone draws down and the navel rolls in and the chin comes in towards your throat. And then we're just going to flow, inhaling, drawing the crown of your head forward and through, shoulders back, chest lifts. Exhale, you arch. Flow at your pace with your breath. Try not to become a robot to it, but really feel this in your body. Work with one more round. And then the next time you arch your spine, bring your sit bones back towards your heels and your forehead down towards the ground, coming into child's resting pose. And just resting here. And connecting with your breath. When you inhale, feel your lower back expanding. And then when you inhale next, feel the lower and the mid back expanding. And then the next time you inhale, feel the lower, the mid, and the upper back expanding big. With your inhale, come up. Curl your back toes under. We're going to walk the hands back. So the weight is going to start to come, the sit bones are going to come onto the heels. And we're just going to lean back onto those curled toes. And if this is quite intense for you, the hands can be down on the mat. And you can just slowly ease into it. Maybe you can let the hands come onto your thighs. Maybe you can sit up nice and tall here. Whatever you choose, wherever you're at, breathe into it. Breathe into the toes. Breathe into the feet. Feel that opening there. And then from here, we'll make our way up to standing. So hands on the mat to support, just come up to standing all the way up. And when you come up to standing, you can stand facing the top edge, the short edge of the mat at the top. Bring your attention into your feet right away without thinking too much about what's going to happen next. Notice that your weight is not shifted more onto the heels and not shifted more onto the front of the foot, that you've found that balance between the front and the back. You found the balance between the left and the right. Your knees are soft. Your thighs are relaxed. Your tailbone is relaxed. Your shoulders are relaxed. Your heart's open. Close your eyes and just feel your body in this moment. Feel yourself standing stable and sturdy and balanced and strong. Let's flow. Let's keep this movement, this flow of energy going through the body. So with your inhale, draw your arms out to your sides and up towards the sky. With your exhale, reach the fingertips forward and down in front of you, palms down. We're going to flow a few more rounds. Inhale, arms out to your sides and up. Feel yourself expanding big as the arms come up. Exhale, reaching forward and down. Nothing has changed in your stance. You're still very balanced here. As you just work with the upper half of the body, flowing through. Next time your arms come up into the air, hold that for a moment. And with your exhale, fold. Now we're going to keep soft knees, long spine, reaching forward. As you come all the way down and forward into a forward fold, chin comes in towards your throat, hanging there, breathing big. Now here, placing your hands on your shins, inhale, lift halfway up, long spine. Exhale, lower yourself down. Bend your knees, inhale, rise up strong. Arms come up with you. Hands come together and down to your heart as you fold. Exhale, come forward and down. Good. Inhale, halfway up, long spine. Exhaling down. Bending your knees, inhaling, rising up. Next time, if you have long hair, wear a pony. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Coming all the way down, coming into this flow with your body. Inhale, halfway up, flowing with your breath. Exhale, down. Bending your knees, inhale, rising. And then as your hands come up, we're going to hold that. Relax your shoulders down, interlace your fingers now above. You can let the palms face your ceiling or your body. If they're facing the ceiling or the sky, you'll feel this deeper. Now feel the lower half of the body reaching down. Inhale, reach the upper half of the body up. With your next exhale, reach up and over to the right side. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, reach up and over to the left side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, let the arms come down beside you and bring the hands behind you. Interlace your fingers behind you. You want your elbows soft. You'll want to draw the hands down and maybe away from your body. Or maybe they just rest on your lower back. Whatever works for you. Whatever you choose. Feel your shoulder blades squishing together and down your back. Feel your heart opening. Maybe close your eyes and breathe big in through the heart center. Taking a few moments here just to feel the space as you breathe through this. Good. Now just release your arms. Close your eyes. Just feel the results of your practice. Without judgments, without labels, without analysis. With your inhale, bring your arms up into the air. With your exhale, fold forward, all the way down and forward. Hanging in that forward fold, breathing into it, chin to throat, roll your navel up and in. Send your sit bones up and back as the crown of your head goes down a little bit further. Breathing so big here. And then very slowly starting to bend your knees and starting to lower yourself down onto your back on your mat. So when you come onto your back, settle your body into the ground. Take your time to settle down. Knees are bent. If you came down and your legs are extended long, just bend your knees. And maybe just draw your knees up and in towards your chest. chest. And maybe place your hands on your shins. And maybe let yourself just rock side to side, from left to right. And just noticing, appreciating that little massage through the lower back. Good. And then we come back to neutral. We take a deep inhale, and as we exhale, you just draw the knees in close towards the chest. Inhale, extend them out. Exhale, draw them in and go deep into the hips here. Good. From here, release the knees back out and bring your arms in a T with your body. Knees are in the air still. We're going to prepare to come into a twist. So we're going to take a big deep inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to let the knees come down to the right side. So falling down to the right, if you have to adjust the angle of the knees or adjust your legs in any way, do that so that you can really rest comfortably here. Now, as you come onto the right side, you want to feel the left arm, the left shoulder really connected, glued down. Following the rise and fall of your belly. Good. With your inhale, bring your knees up. Use your core, engage your core. And with your exhale, over to the left side. And just breathing into that, adjusting your legs as need be. Big, deep inhale, slow, long exhale. Still work with that. Allow yourself to be present here in this time at the end of our practice, nearing the end of our practice. Really let the mind rest on the breath. So whatever thoughts come up, notice it, let them go and come to the breath. With your next inhale, bring your knees up. And then release your legs down long in front of you. And let your arms come beside you. And we'll just prepare for a short little relaxation here. Shavasana, they call this in yoga terms. And when you come into this pose and you find this comfortable position lying down, allow yourself to get comfortable. Allow yourself to get a blanket, whatever you need. This is where the magic of yoga happens here. The results of your practice come to life as you lie in stillness. As you lie in stillness and you close your eyes and you allow your forehead to soften and you allow your eyebrows to relax and the space between your eyebrows softens. Allow your forehead to relax even more. Allow your jaw to be soft. And allow the whole weight of your body just to melt down into the floor. Trusting and knowing that now there's nothing to do, nothing to change, nothing to win and nothing to lose, that everything is absolutely perfect as it is. And you are perfect as you are. Feeling your body, feeling the results of your practice. Now, normally in class, in a full hour class, we would spend a lot more time in this pose. For the purpose of this video, I invite you, if you want to stay lying down, feel free for a few more moments. If you want to make your way up, roll over to the left side first. And when you come onto the left side of your body, count 3 things that you are grateful for in your life today. Let yourself dwell in that place of gratitude. And then slowly and gently make your way up to seated on your mat. When we end our practice, we come up to seated and we bring our hands together at the heart. Maybe the eyes are closed. And you bow your head down to your heart, and you bow down to yourself, and you honor yourself for showing up, for doing this practice, for committing to establishing harmony. And then we start to rub our hands together. We rub them together till we feel warmth. And once you feel that warmth, take your hands and place them over your eyes, over your face, and open up your eyes to the warmth created, and resolve in your mind that you will continue practicing yoga. You will continue finding harmony between mind, body, and breath, even off your mat. Bringing your hands together and down, bowing down. Namaste. Thank you, mind, body, and breath, for allowing us this practice. And thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed class. If you're interested in finding out what else is happening, what other classes are going on, or what else is happening at Confederation Park, please check out the details below in this video. Thank you.